All right, what's going on? My stock market bulls and bears. I am your host, Terry. Welcome to the channel By the Dip. Before we get started, got it here waiting for you guys. Go ahead and hit it. You know you want to. Go ahead. Hit that thumbs up to join the Thumbs Up Nation, man. Really helps out the channel so other people can see my content. And hopefully you all gain a little bit of insight from what I'm covering today. So, all right, man, let's get in here to it. We're going to cover two stocks today. I've seen some people in my videos comment on these stocks, so I figured let's get in here and do a video on it and let's see what we can cover. So the first one we're going to cover is OPES acquisition, and then we're going to go in and cover Foreign merger 2, and let's do a little investigating and see what we can come up. Okay, so we got OPES. Someone said, man, is this stock a good buy? What's going to happen? So I was getting in here checking. I haven't looked at this stock in depth for a while, so we're going to do that first. We're going to check out OPES. If you don't know what OPES acquisition is, guys, it is BurgerFi, yes. And I am a little bit upset at myself because me and my wife was just on vacation about a month or so ago down in Myrtle Beach, and there was literally a BurgerFi right down the street. And I knew I wanted to go there, but it just never happened because, yeah, we just got into other things and we never made it there. So there's not a BurgerFi in my area. So I'm really upset that I was actually at a spot where there was a BurgerFi and I did not get to eat there. So, yeah, as you know, they kind of, I think people said like that ate there, it's kind of like a high-end hipster style, kind of like a Five Guys burgers, but you know they're all about the healthy stuff, man. And you know it's a good old, all kind of stuff here. Beautiful looking food on their website, so that's definitely making me like really hungry looking at that food right there. Look at that, man. That is beautiful stuff. So it definitely looks like they have a really great, I guess you could say, item to purchase there, man. The food looks really great. So what has the stock been doing? Let's look at the 1 day. Let's look at the 1 week, let's look at the 1 month, and let's look at the 3 month. Yeah, so I don't know, man. The 3 month kind of tells that, you know, it was coming out, and then boom, some news came out, man. This thing shot up to almost $15 and then sold off on profit. Shot back up to $15 and just dipped the whole way down here to $11.90. And people bought back in, and it's just been leveling out ever since. And the 1 month chart just shows it downtrending the whole way, which in a way I kind of understand. This stock needs to merge, and it's kind of in a similar boat as LCA with Golden Nugget. It ain't that the stock has any bad news in a sense. Like, they didn't do anything wrong. It's just that there's no news, and people want, you know, this to happen. People want the merger to happen. So if we go here to the SEC filings for OPES acquisition, and we look here, they have some interesting stuff. So on 2 weeks ago, as we know from other videos I did, I'm starting to get a little better at this SEC filing. They have here on the first, they have the additional definitive proxy soliciting materials, Rule 14A and 12 material on the first. Now here's the good thing. I've seen this same stuff under hyliion, which is right here, guys, hyliion, before they merged on the 5th. And you can see right here on the 28th, they had that same thing, additional proxy soliciting materials, Rule 14A and 12 material on the 28th. And we all know they merged that October the 5th when they became hyliion from shll. So that is a little bit of good news, guys. It could be coming in the next couple of weeks. Could be coming. And if we go here to the NASDAQ, and I went to see, like, well, what's their earnings? Like, what is the company actually making? Like, that's what we want to know, because maybe because they don't have no earnings that people don't know what if they're profitable or not. So that could be a big thing. So it says here, earnings announcement for OPES is November 17th. So we got a little over a month to go, man, before there's going to be any earnings reportings that I could see. And now the writing here on NASDAQ's a little bit hard to read, but it says OPES is estimated to report earnings on 11/17 of this year. The upcoming earnings date is derived from an algorithm based on the company's historical reporting's dates. Our vendor, Zach Investments Research, might revise this date in the future. Once the company announces the actual earnings date, the reported EPS for the same quarter last year was -2 cents. So, and if we go down here, there's just no information on the NASDAQ. So that could be hurting it, that there's just no information on the NASDAQ. We're not understanding when the merger is going to happen. So yeah, I think that could be a little bit hurting the stock right now. And I think I've learned with my LCA holdings that in a way in the stock market, like no news is bad news. It's weird because like the same thing here, like they haven't had any bad news. Like they haven't had like, you know, their food bad or people complaining and stuff like that. But it's just that no news is bad news. So I think there's actually an opportunity here, and it could be a little bit of a gamble on the earnings. Now, I do think when they merge over to BurgerFi, I'm not sure what the ticker symbol is going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be something like with a burger or something Fi in there, I'm assuming. But yeah, as of now, it's just a blank check company. It's going to merge with BurgerFi. And, I mean, I believe there's money to be made here. I think we're in a similar boat with Golden Nugget. So yeah, I mean, should you buy in at 1160? I mean, this stock has been kicked, you know, punched, shot down, you know, third down the road, down the alley, man. This stock has been beaten up, man. And it's down 17.5% in the last month. So yeah, I think there is a huge opportunity once this stock merger happens that it can go up. So yeah, I'm going to give the thumbs up. Get the thumbs up that I think that yes, this is a buy. It's down 17.5% in the last month. And I think if you put some money in it, I think there is money to be made. The stock could go up to $13, $14, $15 on a merger. Or next month when they report earnings, if it's good. Now, if the earnings come out bad, then you could lose possibly. So, you know, if the earnings come out bad, then there is a chance you could lose. But in my opinion, just my opinion, I think there is money to be made in OPES. BurgerFi. So I think there's money to be made. So now if you bought in early on when it was higher, that's a little different. But if you're buying in today at 1160, I think if you hold this stock for 3 to 6 months to a year, you're definitely going to make some kind of money. So, all right, guys, let's get into the next stock here that we're going to cover in today's video. Forum Merger 2. And we know this is Tattooed Chef. So let's go to their website here. Boom. No, I just want to see your website to show my fans here. Okay, here we go. Tattooed Chef. Yes, they make all kind of healthy stuff, plant-based, man. You know, all kind of goodies here. And it is crazy. This stock has blown up, man. This stock is just going bananas in the stock market, in my opinion, for a stock that has not merged yet. And this thing is going nuts. I mean, I'd be a happy camper right now. If I was looking at my LCA and I was seeing $25, I'd be like, yes, sir. I'd be so happy. But unfortunately, that's for a merger right now. If we look at this chart. Okay, so we just looked at OPES acquisition for BurgerFi. That chart was a little rough. For the 3 month, man, they were beaten up. Look at the 1 day. They're up almost 3%. Look at the 1 week. They're up 10.5%. Look at the 1 month. Now, the 1 month chart is a little deceiving because they had a big roar here and it sold off and bought back up and now it's leveling off. But look at this 3 month. That's impressive. Up 72%, guys. Over 72% in 3 months. That is impressive. So, like, what could be happening, man? This stock hasn't even merged yet and it's up 72%. And if we look here under the SEC filings on 10/6, they had 2 entries on October the 6th, and they had the same thing that BurgerFi has. They had the same thing as LCA, and they had the same kind of filings that hyliion had before the merger. Additional definitive proxy soliciting materials, Rule 14A and 12 materials. So that is good news for people that's holding Forum Merger / Tattooed Chef. So I think their merger is going to be happening soon as well. And if we go here to the NASDAQ and look up Forum Merger, they have a lot more information than what BurgerFi does. So I think this could be, they have earnings. I believe they had earnings report. They have a market cap. They have all that established now. So yeah, they're a little bit more established right now than what, BurgerFi is. So I believe they reported earnings. They have all kind of articles down here for them on the NASDAQ. So it's easy for people to see what's going on. See, Tattooed Chef reports record preliminary revenue for third quarter fiscal 2020. And Foreign Merger 2 Corporation reminds stockholders to vote in favor of business combination. So right there, they just reported revenue for third quarter. And it must have been really, really good. So as you can see, all the articles down here, lots of articles. So you even got the Motley Fool covering it. You got Rudders, all in the NASDAQ. So I think, with them reporting earnings and showing how they blew the earnings out of the water for their third quarter, I believe that's why Tattooed Chef is performing the way that it's performing. And you can see how it just kind of, this had to be around the date when they announced their third quarter earnings, because this thing was leveled off here at like $21 and then just boom. I mean, it just blew up and it's been going up ever since. And it's been small sell-offs, very small. I mean, this thing went from, what was it, $20, $21.80, went up to the whole way up here to $24.99. It's trying to break that $25 mark. But yeah, I mean, it went up almost like $4 or $5 in a matter of, what is that, a day? 2 days, it went up $5. I mean, that's impressive. So the earnings came out, people bought in, and very little has sold off. A lot of people's hanging on because people, look at that, we're actually above 25. Foreign merger just hit above 25, so that's pretty cool on the video here. So yeah, do I think there's money to be made in foreign merger? I'm going to say yes. I mean, absolutely. I'm going to say yes. There's definitely money to be made in Tattooed Chef as well. But here's the kicker. They are killing it in the earnings for the third quarter. But what is the fourth quarter going to do? And how much farther can this stock grow is the key. It's already grown, guys. What do we say? 73% in 3 months. There's going to have to be a point, you would think. Now, I could be wrong. Just me thinking there has to be a point where people's going to see this stock hit a certain price and people's going to start selling off and taking profits. But I could be wrong. I'm just thinking that, you were buying in back here at, $14 and now this thing's $25 and you had like a ton of money in it, man. You might want to think about selling off now that you're earning $10, per share that you own right now. But on the other hand, BurgerFi here has been beaten down, bullied, just destroyed, negative 17 over 17.66%. So I think that BurgerFi will have its day. It's just a matter of when. So we're going to have to keep up and see which stock is going to be the biggest earner from today's date of the 13th. And maybe we can come back in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and just see. Record these. OPES is at $11.60 and foreign merger, let's just say, is $25. And let's see whose percentage is up higher in the end. See who makes more money. Who gets the higher percentage. We're not going to go by the dollar amount. We can go by the percentage. So we can look at the percentage points for the, go from there. So that'd be cool. So, all right, guys, you found this video helpful. You know what to do. Smash the thumbs up. All right, guys, I really appreciate all your love and support. Comment down below. I've replied back to everyone. Guys, thanks so much again, and I will catch you in the next one. And remember, buy the dip.